The 7 is the enthusiast. They are fun-loving, scattered, spontaneous, imaginative, productive, quick, confident, charming, and curious. The 7 is the most fun Enneagram type. They tell the most stories and make people laugh. People are drawn to the 7. A 7 can have a 6 or an 8 wing. 7s with a 6 wing tend to be fidgety and lighthearted. They can be sensitive, committed, and dutiful when healthy, or easily hurt, hesitant, and anxious when unhealthy. A 7 with an 8 wing tends to be more grounded and in touch with their anger. This makes them powerful and assertive, but they can become hedonistic, boisterous, and self-centered when unhealthy. A 7, when under stress, will move towards their stress arrow of the unhealthy 1. They will become self-critical, fault-finding, and blaming. Ultimately, they lose their optimism. When a 7 feels secure, they will move towards their growth arrow of the healthy 5. This helps 7s accept the good and the bad aspects of life with self-discipline. When a 7 has the subtype of self-preservation, they find security through a gluttonous search for pleasure, satisfying opportunities, and cultivating a network of allies. They enjoy family-style gatherings, business, and the good life. They have an enthusiasm for life's pleasure. Self-preservation 7s will collect around them a kind of family network of trusted individuals. Having a close relationship with someone makes them feel protected in case they need something. These 7s are always looking for new opportunities and are often cheerful, warm, and talkative. 7s with self-preservation like to cultivate a sense of being kind and generous so they feel like everyone depends on them. They can look like a type 6 or 8, however, they tend to be relentlessly positive and are motivated by a survival fear deep down, even if they're not aware of it. A 7 with the subtype of social is the counter type, which means that the characteristics of this 7 tend to show up in a surprising way in comparison to the other two subtypes. The social 7 will avoid focusing on their own self-interest by pursuing an ideal of themselves and the world. They wish for there to be a world with no pain or conflict. This leads them to make personal sacrifices in a group role to promote this better society. They often have a hidden gluttony for the acknowledgement of their sacrifice. They can be indulgent and generous, capable of managing projects and increasing energy for a particular purpose. They tend to finish all projects with a lot of dedication. They bring enthusiasm, idealism, and social skills to whatever group they are in. This 7 can look like a type 2, but are primarily self-referencing. Their desire to help is born of a need to go against a sense of self-interest. A 1-to-1 7 has an idealistic search for the ultimate relationship and best imaginable experiences. They are often dreamers with a need to imagine something better than ordinary reality, and they relate to the world through their imagination. 1-to-1 7s have a fascination with people or ideas that helps them be great at sales and influencing others. They see life as full of possibilities for adventure. They often can fall in love very intensely as they idealize making this ultimate connection with someone. They have a tendency to be too happy and somewhat gullible. They enjoy talking and can play the role of the carefree clown. Enneagram calls out fears and challenges. It can seem negative at times, but the goal is actually to recognize and overcome those challenges, freeing you to be your best self. It is not to be used as an excuse, such as, well, I'll always be a bit scattered. I'm a 7. Rather, 7s can realize, oh, I can choose to face this challenge and hold my commitment, even though it doesn't initially feel good. The road to growth for an Enneagram 7 will look like them becoming more realistic. As the 7 becomes healthier, they will be more comfortable confronting difficult emotions and be less superficial. When the 7 becomes less oblivious to the dark side of themselves and others, they will radiate joy and optimism that is still realistic.